Good morning. Good morning. Wow. Coming into the likes. I appreciate that. I like that. I like it. I love it. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Make a brother feel good up in here, right? Make a brother feel good. Well, I'm going to do my thing, which I know is my passion, my purpose here on this earth. I know that I am truly walking in my assignment. I know that I have left plenty of people behind, and I had to let go of a whole lot of things to really reconnect with God and find out exactly what it was that I was supposed to do. And I didn't know how to do that, just like so many of us don't know. Cornelia, how you doing? Good to see you there. So many of us, we come across this crossroads in life, and it's a journey that a lot of us don't figure out. It's taken me years and years and years to finally get what I believe is right, to walk on the path that I'm supposed to walk in. And one thing I want to say is that every person's path is different. It really is a personal journey, personal walk, which we have to really tap into our souls. We have to really go deep to really find out like what our whole purpose is. Why are we here? So as this is titled, Truth and Light Talk, how I renewed my mind, left fear, struggles, poverty, and the devil behind. Now, I understand that some of the things I say may be foreign to you. And they were foreign to me as well. But I can tell you what wasn't foreign to me. I can tell you what I knew very, very well. I knew that something wasn't right with the doctrines that I had been taught all of my life. Something wasn't right. Watching my great-grandmother, that's 3 generations of women. I watched 3 generations of women love God, love Jesus, give all their money away, and we were broke. So like I said, I understand that what I'm going to say is foreign to some people. People will come, people will go, but I'm a real brother from the streets. I have a real story. And all I can do is tell you my story, share to you the things that have happened to me in my life, and show you what's changed for me. I'm going from the projects and welfare, from watching my mother go from the project and the welfare, watching most people in my family go from being in projects and welfare, and really just observing what other people did in their lives versus what I was taught in my life. And at the end of the day, each and every one of us have to make a decision. You have to make a decision on if you're going to continue to do things the status quo, to keep following the traditions that you've been following, although they're not helping you. And when I say that, I'm not talking about some feel-good sermon. I'm not talking about something that's just done over and over and over again, and you just wait. And you just wait on God. And then one day it'll be better. And I'm going to keep praying for you. And I'm going to say a special prayer in tongues to you. Didn't sit well with me. And from the time I was 5, I heard the Spirit talking to me to tell me what I was witnessing. And I grew up in a black church, Baptist church, right? And through it all, I've made it through some of the most trying times. And I went from welfare, boys' home, drug dealer, Mormonizer, all throughout being in poverty, being or hood rich, right? Selling drugs, be rich in the hood. But something happened to me when I had my son. I have a son and a daughter, but something happened when I had my son. And I knew that I didn't want my son to be in the position that I was. You see, I didn't see my father. I didn't see my uncles, his brothers, because they were in and out of prison. And I didn't think that that would be a good look for my son to see me at 2, 4, 8, 15, because I'm coming in and out of the system. So I needed to find something different. And what I'm going to be talking about today is just some of the things that have happened, and take note of it. Listen, I'm not here to tell anyone what they should or should not do. But I am here to use my life as a living sacrifice and a testimonial for what I saw from the changes that I made. And this Sunday part here, it does involve religion. And what I can tell you is that when I was following those patterns, I got deeper and deeper in debt. My mind was confused because as I was reading the Bible for myself, I left it upstairs. When I was reading the Bible for myself, I was seeing major contradictions. And I would go and ask the shepherd what this meant. And he would tell me, or she would tell me some bogus answer that didn't sit well in my spirit. So I searched for myself because I remember reading in that book to knock, the door shall be open, to seek, and you shall find. So I started to seek these things. I started to knock on these doors, and I was blown away from what I discovered. And let me just preface this by saying, I have no reason to lie to you. I'm not collecting an offering from you. All I can do is present the facts and show you what I did differently. And I know that I'm not the only one who is sick and tired of being sick and tired of being broke, sick and tired of being lied to, sick and tired of struggling, sick and tired of poverty. So what I had to do was I had to say, listen, this is how I'm going to leave all this stuff behind. I'm going to see God for myself. I don't need a third-party middleman. And that's what he told me. That's what the voice told me. Seek me for yourself. So while everybody else was and is still being raped and robbed, being sold heaven on layaway, I was seeking truth. And what I can tell you is that when I started seeking the truth and discovered and putting it into action, my mind was renewed. I found out what was true and what wasn't true. The fear dissipated. The struggles dissipated. The poverty dissipated. I had peace. I found happiness, joy. And it transferred through every area of my life. So now I'm happy all the time when I used to be mad. Why was I mad? Why are you mad? You're probably mad because you feel the deception. You feel that something's just not right. You're not connected to source. And that is the main thing that's made a difference in my life, is being connected to source. And with that, I've been able to solve one of the greatest problems in my life that no church, no man, or no one else could help me solve. And that was putting the pieces back of my life with the most important person in my life, which was my mother. And once I left all of that stuff away, and you see, it was the separation that did it. It was the separation of religion that did it. So we're going to get into this. If you take some notes or anything like that, that's great. But I'm here to tell you that success leaves clues. And if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, you really want to hear some truth, you really want to hear some light, follow me. I'm going to show you my life. I'm going to show you what it used to be. I'm going to show you what it is now. And you have the power. You have dominion. You're the co-creator of thought. You decide. Like I had to decide. Do you want this? Or do you want that? What is this to you? Maybe this represents poverty. Maybe it represents fear. Maybe it represents struggle in your life. Because I can never quite figure it out. If I'm all of these things, if I'm heirs and joint heirs, if I'm co-creator, if I'm supposed to be the head and not the tail, if I'm supposed to do all these if I'm in this lineage from Abraham all the way down, and I'm supposed to be this, and why is it not working in my life? Reading the Bible, tithing, living my life accordingly at a certain point. Because, we all try it. When things start messing up on you, we'd be like, what the hell? We just go try it, right? Okay. So, with that being said, I'm just going to say my purpose prayer that I say every day and every night. And it continues to bring me closer and closer to what it is that God has for me. It continues to make it crystal clear. You see, before I know what I know now, I was told that there are many mysteries in God, and you don't need to know that right now. And just make sure you tithe, and then make sure you're this, and make sure you're out to the pearls and hat dance. Make sure you come out to this. Go over here. Prophet is so and so's over here. Come over here. And every single time, I'm just giving my money and giving my money and giving my money, and I'm not getting anything in return. And I declared that I would not be like my grandmother. I would not be like my great grandmother. I would not be like my mother. And here's the not even funny, here's the ironic thing, is that when I broke away from religion, which is man-made, and connected directly to source, the one universal mind, it caused a lot of friction. And people will stop talking to you. Family members that's supposed to love you and supposed to be Christians. I'm like, what the world is going on? Y'all are fake. These people turned on you. Because I'm like, wow, that makes me a different person because I don't believe what you believe? Because I don't want to be part of the sheep and the cattle? Well, how about this one? I've learned how to create my own miracles. I've learned how to trust in me. I've learned how to trust in the God, the creator inside of me. So because I trust in me, because I'm not praying outside to something to save me, I'm praying to the God in me. I'm meditating and talking with the God in me. I've really been blessed to be blessings to other people, and whoever will listen, you'll never struggle financially again. You'll never live in fear. You'll never live in poverty. You will renew your mind, but it's not the way you think. So, O divine universe, tell me what to say. And I'll say, tell me what to do. And I'll do it. Tell me where to go. And I'll go there. This is a part of a purpose prayer. Forget tongues. Because if you have to have your religion interpret it for you, is it really yours? God's going to send somebody else to say something. Once again, things I say will piss a lot of people off. But what I want you to do is look at my lifestyle. Look at their lifestyle. Look at your lifestyle. What do you want? I'm not here to say that the Bible isn't real. Because quite frankly, it was those words that I grew up knowing, learning, being beaten into me, that I fell back on when everything collapsed around me, because that's all I knew. There's good and bad in everything, right? Or your perception of what good and bad is. And that's basically all it really is. What is your perception of what good and bad is? What I'm going to do today, this morning, is I'm going to break this up into two parts. There's a part of it that's going to be a continuation of yesterday, the talk that we did, a long 3-hour live, Mary and I, and we were talking about women empowerment. We were talking about teaching women to be the head and not the tail, teaching women to earn income for themselves so that they don't have to depend on a man for any reason. So what I've learned is that success, personal achievement, and your faith all comes together. All comes together. There is a difference, believe it or not, between religion and awakened consciousness. Huge difference. Which one will you keep following? So this one here, I'm going to go through what we have planned here, and I'm going to sprinkle in some truth and light. Is that all right? All right. Now, what I've decided to do is I've decided to commit my life, the rest of my life, to the empowerment of women. And why am I doing that? I'm doing it because I never want to see another woman down on their luck, crying, destitute, broke, no skills, don't know what to do, dependent on a man like my mother was. So because I've been out and I've learned some things, I've had some successes, along with some temporary perceived failures also, I'm now going to take the finances that I've acquired and I'm going to build some institutions. Going to teach women how to get ahead, how to come up. I'll be teaching real estate still. I'll be teaching business, certain skills you need to have. And when I tell you that my lives, a little bit different than everything, a whole lot different than everything else that's going on out there. If you're to the point where you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, and you need some finances in your life, well, that's my ministry, is finances. What is ministry? Ministry, basically, it's not about a person, it's not about a church, it's not about a building. It's about a person or a thing coming together to achieve an objective. True ministry. Some people have finance ministries. Some people have whatever their talent is. But the only way that you'll know that is through self-discovery. Does that make sense? So I'm going to start off with what's going on with women and some of the changes and what's going on. Give you a little bit more information to get on the early bird list. One of the things I always say is it's really hard to think if ain't no money in the bank. And you can go out and you can shout and you can run and you can do all that stuff that you want to do in whatever building or wherever you're going. But when you come back home and those bills are piled up to here and you're worried and you're stressed out and you're getting ulcers and you're getting cancer and you're getting all these things that are caused by stress and worry, unhappiness, incompleteness, not being fulfilled, then maybe you pay attention to what I'm saying, because you don't have to live like that. So before I start jumping into this, I'm going to tell a quick story. All right. Once upon a time, there was an old man, older woman, and older lady. I believe they were retired from their job, and they would sit out on their porch every single morning. Right? They sit out on the porch every single morning, and a mailman would come by and say, "Good morning," and the lady would be there sitting there knitting her whatever she was knitting. I think it was a scarf, or I think it was a sweater, and the man would be sitting over there every morning reading his newspaper, right? And it would have he'd look over his horn-rimmed glasses and he's reading the newspaper, and every day, month in, month out, the mailman comes by the same time every single day. Good morning, Christine. He comes by the same time. I can't read that right now, but he comes by the same time every single day, every single day, every single day. So as he's looking, he sees the lady sewing her sweater. He sees the man reading his papers, and then there's a dog right there on the ground, laying down, moaning. Every day, the mailman walks by, it's the same old thing. The lady's sewing her sweater. The man is reading his paper. He says good morning or good afternoon, and they just give a little nod and keep it going. So every day he's looking at the dog that's just sitting, and the dog is moaning. The dog is obviously in pain. He's going, He's just sitting there moaning. And so every day this is going by, and the mailman is like, why is this dog moaning? What is the matter? Why is this dog in pain? I must figure it out. I must figure it out. I must figure it out. So one day, as he's going by on his route like he does every single day, he stops and he says, "Hi guys, I come by every day and I see, ma'am, I see you over there with your sweater. You're knitting your sweater, and it's a fine sweater. It looks like it's going to be fine. And sir, I see you over there and you're just looking at the newspaper over there. You're getting the sports scores and seeing everything that's going on. But every single day I walk by, your dog is laying there moaning. And you guys don't even pay attention to him. He's obviously in pain. What is wrong with this dog?" The older man looks over at his wife. She looks over at him. He looks over the top of his glasses and he says, "Oh, you talking about Spike over there? Oh, the reason that he's moaning every day when you walk by is because he's laying on some nails." And the mailman says, "He's laying on some nails? Well, why doesn't he just move? Why doesn't he get up?" The older man looks at him again, pulls down his glasses, looks him square in the eye, and he says, "He will." when it hurts bad enough. He will move when it hurts bad enough. In my life, I will move when it hurts bad enough. In your life, you will move, you will do something different when it hurts you bad enough. When you're broken, you can't pay the bills. When the car is taken away, when the house is foreclosed on, when the wife, when the husband's gone. When everything that God is doing to whisper in your ear and you don't listen. And he slaps you in your face and you don't listen. And then you go under. And at that time and only that time, you're going to reach out. And you're going to ask for help because you know that you can't do this on your own. You know that there is a higher power. But what you don't know is how to connect to him. As we continue to go along, I'm going to share my stories. I'm going to share the things that I've done. I'm going to share the stories that my mentors have taught me. And when I applied them, renewing of the mind, let go of the fear, no more struggle, poverty gone, and eliminate the devil. Those things right there are something that's right in front of you. And if you apply the teachings that were taught to me that I know came from God, you will change your life also. Not just spiritually, not just mentally, but financially. I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you what I lived. No fluff, no magic beans, no smoke screens. This works. Now, what I always tell people, hey, you can listen to here, you can listen to there, you can listen over there. But if the information that you're given, once you apply it, if nothing changes in your life, month after month, day after day, week after week, year after year, and you keep doing that, well, isn't that called insanity? Doing the same thing over and 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 expecting a different result. But when it comes to the man-made religion, you guys just keep doing it. Oh, it's just blind faith. Would you blindly fly a plane without instruction? Would you blindly go do an operation on someone without the proper instruction? Hey there, Angel. All right. I'm glad to see you this morning. Would you do these things without proper instruction? All I'm here to tell you is you can look at me or not believe what I'm saying or keep doing what you're doing, but I have received proper instruction. And it came at the time when I was at the lowest point in my life, damn near ready to kill myself again. When the Creator sent this billionaire in my life, Mr. Alan J. Schwab, met an Office Depot on a whim. Well, it wasn't a whim, my bad. No whim. It was divine order. It was a divine appointment. And if I didn't recognize the omen, if I didn't listen to the voice telling me to get your butt up and go over to Office Depot, you said you're going to do it. I already lined up everything for you. And then me and my ego and my not understanding, my non-understanding ways, said I'm not going to do this. I don't feel like it. The ego. I could do something else. Now, once again, Jeremiah 29:11. I told you I remember him. I remember it was forced on me. It was beaten to me. You don't know the plans that I have for you to prosper. Not plans to harm you, plans to prosper. So now when we get to that point in the road, and it could be this video, me sharing my story, just like Mr. Schwab came to me, God sent Mr. Schwab to me. Like it was so easy for me to do something different. It was so easy for me to not listen to the voice. But most people want to do what the masses do. They want to follow the herd. So you're going to get what the herd gets when in times of economy goes down, when the economy sucks and people are getting laid off of jobs, you're messed up. Most of you. But in those downtimes, because I have proper instruction, I make more money than I ever did before. Because I understand that wealth is created in chaos. Wealth is created in chaos. Good morning, Derek. What's going on? Wealth is created in chaos. And if you don't have proper instruction on how to not just survive, I live this world just surviving. Just surviving. 30 plus years. Had a job. But you know what? I was in a rat race. You know what? I had so much stress in my life. You know what? I was unhappy. I was unhappy with myself. I was unhappy with circumstances. I was unhappy with the government. I was unhappy with the mailman if he came by and gave me some more bills. Here's the thing. So many times, the blessings that we're looking for go right by us because we don't believe it. We're looking for something else. Or maybe it's being delivered from a person that was broken at one time, that was lost, that was out doing whatever he was doing or she was doing. But you took a mental snapshot. You took a mental snapshot of that person right there. And you judged them. Now, this is what I've learned when you judge someone. When you judge someone, you're taking that mental snapshot and you're holding on to that belief. You're holding on to that self-defeating, limiting belief for the rest of your life. Not knowing that the way the universe works is the things that you don't like are the things that are in you. The things that you don't like in someone else are the things that are in you. So it's important to listen to how people talk. Listen to what they say. Listen to what they think. Because a lot of times people try to impart or impose their limitations, their lack, their fears on you. Or they'll talk about you. And because you've taken that mental snapshot, you can't even imagine that this person, and most of you, you're Christians too. You're Christians and you're judging and you're talking and you're gossiping. That's why I can't subscribe to that, right? You're judging, you're talking. Hey, did you hear about so-and-so? Oh, yeah. Oh, here's the email. Oh, here's the letter. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Never once trying to help that person. Never once saying, is there something I can do to pull you up, brother? Is there something I can do to pull you up, sister? This is what judging does. Now you believe that you're better than the next person because their mistake is different than your mistake, or their sin is a little bit different than your sin. But you guys are now judging everything, or maybe they just don't go to your church. But when you judge someone, you don't know. Listen, when I went through my trial, I went into this cocoon. I was like a little butterfly. Nobody on the outside could see what was going on in the inside. But it just seemed like I could hear everything that was going on the outside. I could hear the talk. I could hear the chatter. And I'm like, whoa, isn't that sister so-and-so talking about me like a dog? Isn't that brother so-and-so? Isn't that pastor so-and-so? Wow. Why do I need to go to that? Why do I need to hang out over there? Same thing I've seen in the street life. Why would I want that? Why would you want it? Why would you want to stay in a position that keeps you broke, destitute, bound? Why? My main focus right now is talking to women. Talking to the women that when I look at you, I can see my mother. And I don't want you to ever, ever be in a situation where you feel that you can't move on. What I'm going to do with women is I'm going to empower you, help empower you to move towards success. I'm going to empower you to help move you toward success. How are we going to do that? We're going to use real estate. We're going to use advertising. We're going to use marketing. We're going to use sales. We're going to use negotiations. We're going to use consulting. We're going to use seminars. And I'm going to put inside of you the things that were put inside of me by this. It's funny because I just thought about it. It's funny because only people from certain churches who hang around certain people are men and women of God. What is everybody else? Why is there so much separation? I'm here to change the game. I'm here to bring love back. And I believe that through this ministry with me working with women, helping to empower them, helping to understand the God-given power, the royalty that's inside of you, that is going to cause other structures, other entities, other corporations, other nonprofits to pay attention. Pay attention to what's going on. Because we need to replace fear with confidence. We need to replace the struggle with everything's all right, no worries. We need to replace the poverty with some wealth. And we need to replace this devil mindset that's keeping you stuck with you understanding that it's an illusion and you don't pay attention to illusions. I'm not here to say what's real and what's not real. I'm here to tell you what's an illusion. I'm here to tell you that the way that I changed my mind to get away from this devil, what is that? What is it? I asked Mary the other day, what is that? It's a red guy with some horns? Really? Pitchfork? Sticking you? Really? And we're spending so much time on that negative stuff because we don't understand the universal laws. And that's why I'm going to teach you the universal laws, because that's what Mr. Schwab taught me, and that's what changed my life. Universal laws. Right? So, once again, I'm going to give you some information on what's about to happen. Then we're going to jump back into the personal development. And I don't want to go on and on and on. I really want to talk to people. I want to talk to people this Sunday morning. I want you to call in. I want you to tell me a little bit about how you grew up, what you believe, and what you feel is holding you back from walking in your purpose. And I want to give you some pointers. Let me tell you something. I've been around a lot of poor people. I grew up in the projects. Lately, the last few years, I've been around a lot of wealthy people. And when I tell you it's a different mindset, a whole different philosophy, night and day, night and day. Once you know these things, you know what it was that was holding you back. You know that it's the fear that's inside of you because you're unsure of yourself, because you've been told you got to wait on God. It's that fear. It's that unstableness, unsureness. One thing for you guys who are familiar with Dr. Ray Hagins, you know Dr. Ray Hagins was a pastor for like 30 years and led his whole church up in St. Louis. Dr. Ray Hagins actually was the mentor to Kevin Wesley. And one of the things he said just blew my mind. Like real talk folks. He said that when he went to seminary school or Bible school, whatever it is, he said when he went there, they told him that in order to save someone, you have to first convince them that they lost. I'm going to tell you, that man, I've never met him. He's texted me a couple of times. But his truth that he teaches confirmed everything inside of me that the voice has been telling me since I was 5 years old. And I've seen people try to persecute him because he's telling the truth. People are persecuting Kevin Wesley because he's telling the truth. People will try to persecute me because I'm telling the truth. I don't care. I'll die for this. That's how I am. I'll die for truth. What I believe in, I'll die for it. And honestly, I'm here this Sunday morning, and I would like for whoever to share this video with your pastor or your bishop or whoever, your elder, whoever. There's so many titles out there now, so many people in the titles. Who cares? Ask them to, number one, watch Dr. Ray Hagen's very, very smart, intelligent, God-inspired man who wants to teach people the truth on how to set themselves free, how to reclaim their power, how to really be how to be royalty. You know, it's people that'll say whatever they want to say because they have an agenda behind them. But the same thing that Ray Hagen said, I had already asked some of my pastor friends that I grew up with. And they say, yeah. So understand where I'm coming from as a human being. I'll say, no. First, understand where I'm coming from as a black man. Then understand where I'm coming from as a human being. So, the church, which is a business, has set up these council meetings going back to the beginning of time to the Roman Catholic Church and dictated what will happen, what you'll believe, what holidays you'll celebrate. And without knowing, without checking your own facts, history, you guys are calling people like me or Ray or Kevin the devil. You don't even know your own stuff. You won't educate yourself. And I just believe the way you do anything is the way you do everything. So if you won't educate yourself on your own history, what else won't you educate yourself on? So I'm trying my best to follow the voice that leads me and not tap into my ego, not go off, just remain poised and calm. And at the end of the day, you believe what you want to believe, but I'm going to continue to share my truth because everything that Dr. Ray Hagen states has been confirmed inside of me, and I know that he knows the universal laws also. So when someone knows the universal laws versus someone who doesn't, it typically shows in your life. You don't have to Bible thump no one. I don't care about different religions, whatever. It's all about love to me. But just knowing that as a black man growing up where I was already taken away from heritage, like we don't even know who we are. We're like the only ethnicity that doesn't know who we are. Like, seriously. Like, and then we won't even go back to look. So, with that being said, I say all that to say, just have an open mind about things. And understand that some people are more enlightened than others, but it's based off of their faith. It's based off of them really discovering themselves and tapping into the universal mind. And when you do that, I'm not going to tell you what's right for you or what's wrong for you, but I'm telling you that if you tap into the universal mind, you tap into the Spirit of God and ask for clarity and direction, He'll show you. But understand this, you might not like what you're asking for. You might finally find out the truth about religion versus true connection to God. And when you do, you're going to be hurt all over again. And that's the place you ran to when you were hurt. But you're going to be hurt all over again when you find the truth out. Knowing that the person who's in front of you talking probably knows this too. Because remember, Dr. Ray says, in divinity school, they teach all of the pastors, they teach them in order to save someone, you must first make them believe that they're lost. That's abuse of power. It's just straight up deception. So, choice is yours. What I like to do right now, moving right along, to talk a little bit more about what we have for the women. And let me just say this also. Even though this is women empowerment, there's going to be some positions that may be filled, that are going to be filled, of some men also that feel the same way that I do about empowering women. So we'd have to have that conversation, and I'd have to know that you're doing it for the right reasons. Because I'm doing it for the right reasons. This is not a game. Take this serious. And I'm going to spend the rest of my life doing it. And I know it's going to blow up. I know it's going to get nationwide global attention. Because when I get into something, I don't stop. Like a pit bull. Lock in on it, right? We're going from black sheep to black lions and roaring, right? So, ladies, here's the news. There is a conspiracy going on. A conspiracy. Somebody say, there's a conspiracy going on. I actually had the opportunity, we had the videos the other day, and I was telling you about which way we're going. Doing some research, and there's the Institute for Women's Policy Research. The website is www.iwpr.org. www.iwpr.org. I want you to go there and check out this information for yourself so you can see that I'm not making it up. Number one, here's some facts I want to give to ladies, and this is why we're going to work together. This is why we're going to help you accomplish your dreams. This is why, and understand, this whole package goes together. Business, success, personal development, desire, making things happen, it all goes together. It's one big thing, okay? All right. So here's some facts on the business side. Women are almost half the workforce, and this thing came from a survey from 2015, so it may be a little bit different right now. But it says women are almost half the workforce. You are the sole or co-breadwinner in 1/2 of American families with children. Fact, right? Okay, I did a little bit more. It says, women, you have received more college and graduate degrees than men. I didn't know that. All right? Yet, on average, women continue to earn considerably less than men. Well-known fact, right? 2015 stats say that women make only 80 cents for every dollar earned by a man. I didn't know that. There's more. In middle-skilled occupations, workers in jobs mainly done by women earn only 66% of workers in jobs mainly done by men. In the middle skill area, 66%. The site that I went to, it basically tracks like gender gaps over time, and it's like updated twice a year. And according to that research, it says if the change continues, if the things are going the way they're continuing to go, right? It's over the last 50 years, it's going to take 44 years, or until 2059 for women to finally reach pay parity. 44 years. Ladies, we're not going to wait 44 years. We're not going to wait 44 years. All right? But it also goes on to state, for women of color, the rate of change is slower. For women of color. Hispanic women will have to wait until the year 2248. And black women will have to wait to 2124 for equal pay. How does that make you feel? Well, this is where I thank God for Mr. Schwab and what he laid down to me to show me. And just like Mr. Schwab told me, what are you going to do now? What are you going to do to let this not be true anymore? Are you willing to come out? Are you willing to invest in yourself? Are you willing to learn some new strategies and techniques that will allow you to set up your own business from home so that you can demand whatever salary it is that you want? Here's a quick and simple solution. What if someone could teach you how to grow your own automatic money machine, your ATM, your automatic teller money machine in your backyard? What if someone could do that? What if someone what if someone could show you the same techniques and principle that can change your life over the next 12 months? I mean, mentally, physically, and spiritually. What if someone could do that? Would you listen? Would you listen to me? If I can help you eliminate the financial worries, would that make a difference in your life? Okay. So would you listen to me? Okay. We'll see. We'll see. Would you listen to every word I said? What if what I shared with you went against everything that you currently know right now? What if it went against all of your programming that you've been taught? What if it was really, really, truly, you believe this with every fiber in your body? What if it was possible to really live the life of your dreams? Okay, let's go a little further. What if I could help you really just eliminate those money worries forever, right? What if I could show you how to renew your mind? You know, get rid of all that negativity that includes the toxic relationships, right? That stinking thinking. What if we could do that? What if that's the very first thing you did? What if I could show you how to become a black lion instead of a black sheep? Would you listen? Because we know, you've heard about some of the things I've done. You've seen some of the things other people talked about. It's not about me. What if I could show you those same things? How to do it for yourself and build a legacy for your family? Would you listen? What if I shared the exact blueprint that I used to go from fearful and broke to financial freedom? What if I could show that to you? What if I told you that there really is, listen to me. What if I told you that there really is a proven formula to create wealth that has never, ever failed? Would you believe me? Lastly, what if I told you that there is a huge difference between religion and direct source, direct connection to God, direct consciousness to God? What if I told you there's a difference? Would you believe it? Listen, I promise you, I'm going to teach you to do what winners do, because at the end of the day, how do I say this? Winners just know how to win. Angel, winners just know how to win. Christine, winners just know how to win. Cornelia, winners just know how to win. Derek, winners just know how to win. Understand. Hey, Marco, what's going on? Understand, peace unto you. Understand that winners just know how to win. See, so many of us, I see people quit on the 1 yard line. I see them quit because some adversity comes up. But what I know and what I understand from the universal laws, that I can easily, quickly tell how successful someone's going to be, or their potential for success, by how quickly they can bounce back from adversity. Somebody know what I'm talking about. Thank you guys, whoever's sharing this. I see the thing says it's being shared. Share this with your friends. Seriously, share this. This is like the real stuff, not the fighting and all the other crazy stuff. Guys, this is not a sprint. It's a marathon. What I'm inviting you to do, seriously, is spend the next 12 months with me. 12 months, because it's going to take some time to get rid of the sinking thinking. You just don't hear it one day and boom, apply. Took me a long time. The hardest one for me, which is now easy, was this whole thing about a devil. This whole thing about a devil that's keeping you down because it represents evil and it's a negative vibration that you're sending out to the universe. Say some things you may not like. I'm going to say some things you may not know. I'm going to say some things you may not understand. But I am the happiest person. And here's the thing. Because of the goals that I have written out, I'm going to show you how to do it too. Everything that I desire is coming my way. And it's a wonderful feeling to know that everything that you desire is coming your way. Not the negative stuff. You see, but if you keep holding on to what you've learned in church, that means you still have to hold on to a devil. That means you have to hold on to a God that's going to send you to eternal damnation. And even though he's 1,000,000% love, he would never do that to you. That means you still have to hold on to the fact that you're going to believe that you're separated from the will of God. That means that you have to hold on to the fact of believing that you're damned, that you are an inheritance, that you are a co-creator with royalty that will judge you and damn you based off of the actions of someone else. Telling you, when you walk into the truth, it's a different world. It's a different world. Guys, we got to become enlightened. Seriously. There's a reason that I can sit in front of you working from different properties that I know how to get with no money down in apartment buildings and now land. And there's a reason. There's a reason. There's a reason that I'm not sleeping in the streets anymore. It's a reason I'm not sleeping in my car anymore. There's a reason where I'm not unhappy anymore. There's a reason why I can't stop money from coming anymore. There's a reason why I have the love of God now. There's a reason for all of this. There's a blueprint. Do you think this is coincidence? My life is by design, and your life can be by design if you listen. Here's a 10,000 square foot view. What do we have going on here? I have a company named Pieces of a Dream that was given to me about 10 years, 15, about 12 years ago, something like that. That is an umbrella company that's going to be hosting events for women, that's going to be a lyceum, higher level of learning, teaching you skills, money-making skills, spirit-building skills, personal development skills, so that you can become a better person that doesn't have to suffer, doesn't have to struggle, doesn't have to depend on someone else, doesn't have to be victims of abuse, mental or physical. And that doesn't have to live in this fear-based world thinking that if you make a mistake, that someone is going to, the spirit that created you, which you're a co-creator, joint heirs and joint heirs, and all these great things, understanding, and this is why there's so many contradictions to keep you thrown off. But when you go from believing who you are to knowing who you are to knowing who God is, it's the beginning of the change in your life in all areas. Don't let nobody else tell you different. Don't subscribe to the fear anymore. Listen, you're not a black sheep. You're a black lion. Black lion. And you roar and you walk through the jungle with confidence. You know who you are. You know what your passion is. You know what your purpose is. You tell your story. You don't hold it in anymore because you're not ashamed of it, because you understand that the reason that you went through the story is so that you could reach the glory, but you can't reach the glory unless you tell your story. Somebody, come on. Your story is going to unlock you. It's going to unleash the greatness in you. You can't be afraid to tell it. You can't be afraid. See, that's the ego again. You got to get rid of the ego so that you can truly connect. That's the only way you're separated from God. That's the only way you're separated from infinite wisdom, infinite source, is if you don't open up, kill the ego, and say, God, use me any way you want. And forget about separating yourself, black, white, green, yellow, red, Christian, Muslim, whatever. It's crazy to me. Crazy to me. And even within the ethnicities, there's still division and separation. Like, okay, I'm in the black community. I grew up as a black man. Why is there 1 million different churches on the same block? Don't we all? I thought you come from the same God. But the same God created everybody. Why is he telling you to leave as you got mad at this person over there and you thought you could do it better than him, so you took 10 members and started up your church? You took 3 members and started up your church when all of you could just come together and bring all 33 of your members and have one church under God and show unity, and maybe he'll get blessed then. We're going to be seeking volunteers to help out with us. These seminars will be all over the country, guys. Ladies, gentlemen, will be all over the country. You're going to hear it. Actually, the advertising campaign goes out today on Facebook. And we got some YouTube stuff coming. Hotel will be locked down in the next 48 hours, 24 to 48 hours. This women's business lyceum is going to change a lot of lives. A lot of lives. With that being said right now, just to get on the early bird list while everything's getting done so you can guarantee that you're going to get the lowest price point possible, I want you to right now go to womensbusinesslyceum.info. And I'm going to spell it out because you may not know how to spell it out. This is to get on the early bird list, the waiting list, all right? And then we're going to open up the lines. And ladies, I want you to not be afraid anymore to share your story. Not be afraid, because I'm looking for 12 women to put inside of a book with me. And I need to know your stories. I need to hear your stories. This wasn't a deep one here. I really wanted to get out a couple of different things, but I really want to talk to you this morning. So if you wouldn't mind, someone call in 313. That's 3 should be 367. 313-367-2978. I'd love to hear from you. If you're interested in the Women's Business Lyceum, if you're interested in partnering, being a sponsor, or anything. Wait around for other people. Don't try to say, well, I call all the time. I give someone else a chance. One thing, wealth is attracted to speed. And it's, this is part of renewing your mind and getting you to understand that when opportunities come up, you take action. You don't sit around waiting for no one else. It's always better to ask for forgiveness than to ask for permission. So just like to hear back. I don't want to be the one talking all the time. I like to hear back. I like interaction. People need help. People are hurting financially. People are hurting spiritually. People are hurting mentally because you don't know what to do. This person says this person says that. I've been through all of that. Love to hear from anyone. 313-367-2978. I don't care if I talk to you 1,000 times. Call it. Let's talk. You see, because someone else needs to hear your story. And one thing I know about making money is this. There's a specific formula to take your story to turn it into nothing but glory. And I'm talking about finances. I'm talking about the way you package and position yourself. I know how to do that. I can help you do that. If you want something different, you have to do something different. If you've been the type that just sits around looking in, trying to see what's going on like a spectator in life, well, wealth doesn't reward the spectators in life. Wealth rewards, the universe rewards people that take action, no matter what it is. Have to learn to be an action taker. Have to learn to go from a black sheep to a black lion. Phone line is open. 313-367-2978. You have a business idea? I fund businesses. I'll back you. You're talking to the dude that can help really make a difference in life. All right. I'm going to keep it. No, I'm not going to keep it going. I'm going to end this up. I'm going to give about 3 more minutes. And in 3 minutes from now, I'm going to be gone. And I'm not going to take phone calls when it's off the air because I want other people to hear your story also. Good morning. Who do we have here this morning?
Good morning. You have Miss Angel from Philadelphia.
Miss Angel from Philadelphia. How are you this morning?
I'm good.
What is going on?
I'm enjoying your message today. You know, I found myself sort of in the same place where I just felt like I just feel like something is disconnected, and so I just had to like really remove myself from being the avid, Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, Wednesday evening,
right.
church attender,
right.
To just really sort of become one with myself, for lack of a better way to put it.
Absolutely.
And so I think I told you before that similar to your purpose prayer, I have one similar, but one of the things that I always say is, make it undeniable to me that I know that it's you that's speaking to me, so that when I do take a step, then I'm stepping out knowing I'm going in the right direction. And so in the way that was communicated to me was by a lot of the things that you say are things that I have been saying or have been thinking about. So to me, that's how he made it undeniable to me that I know that this is the right place for me to be.
That's interesting that you say that, Angela, because I don't know if you heard me say this part, but the second part of my purpose prayer is this. I don't want to wait forever. I don't want to be one of those people that got to pray to make sure that this is what it is. So I said, God, when it's for me, I need to know instantly. I need my hairs to raise up on my arm. I need to feel that feeling go through my spirit, or the words have to resonate that I always say, that person say those words also.
Yeah.
So look at that. We're so similar with each other, but we have people trying to cause so much division, but there is only one universal mind, and he does give you the desires of your heart. So you recognize me immediately, just like I recognize you, because we're now on the same frequency.
Yes, absolutely.
Very, very interesting.
I thought that was awesome.
Wow, that is awesome. That really is awesome. And as far, tell me your thoughts on the Lyceum. You were on the call yesterday too, the video, right?
I was on most of it.
Okay.
I had work.
Right, I understand.
I sort of caught the tail end.
Yeah.
But, I really definitely think that it's basically in line with my purpose, which is, I think I, told you this before, one of my passions is helping people, escape the 9 to 5 alive.
Right.
Full of, purpose in life, because a lot of people really are just trapped in the check cycle. They're really not still doing what it is that they're doing it, but they're doing it for a check because they don't either know what their purpose is, or they need to develop it a little further, or they need to plan. Whatever it is, they just still haven't taken the action that's required for them to step out. And so that's one of my passions, to like really, just help move them along in the process. Open up their mind, give them a different way to think about something, and say, hey, I can do that. So,
wow, that's awesome. And one of the things that I'm going to be doing, you see, I don't say everything out at one time. You may think I do, but I don't. There's a lot that's behind the scenes that I don't talk about. And one of the things, oh my God, I lost you. Uh-oh. Angela?
Oh, yes.
No, I moved my speaker and tapped the phone thing over there. But one of the things that I will be doing is, even in my interactions with people like you calling in and people I get to know, well, this whole movement is going to be a it's going to be $1 billion company. Trust me. Right? And I'm going to bring people along who have participated in the process like you're doing from the beginning, because the more I talk to you, the more I can tap into your spirit, the more I can tap into your heart, what it is that you want to do. So now I don't have to go out and try to hire somebody else and bring them in. It'll start from within. So, for the people that just sit out on the side and don't say anything, it's also an opportunity to get recognized, to get discovered, and to be able to be a part of what we're doing on the inside.
Absolutely. Yeah. Don't dip your toe in the water. Go ahead and jump in.
Yeah. That's what it's always about. And once again, when people want to learn how to make money, there's certain behaviors that you have to follow, because wealth really is attracted to speed. It's attracted to the person that can take, a little bit of the information. I mean, even if you guys watch Shark Tank, right? They don't need all the information. There's certain things that a person who's a mover and a shaker needs to know, and then they can figure out the rest along the way. Right? So for people that are slow to move, those are typically the people that things really won't change for.
Yeah, I like to put it this way. Some people have the faith it takes, and some people have the faith that waits.
I like that.
I have the faith it takes. I can just see it far off and just jump right in. So
I see that.
Spirit, I already signed up on the website before I called in.
Really?
Yes, I did.
At which one? You talking about for the women's?
Yes.
Okay, to get on the waiting list?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's great. And once again, this is something that definitely should be shared, this video. And ladies, also, let your friends know about this. I honestly already know, I'm going to tell you right now, I already know that you're going to be a part of what we're doing, Ebony. I already want you on the inside with me. So, as we continue to grow this, and I already see, just by looking at your YouTube videos, you being on radio, that's something obviously I have an affinity for, and I just like what you're doing, and I want to support that.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Absolutely. Definitely thank you for calling in again.
All right. Well, I hope some other people just go ahead and jump out the airplane and call in. Don't be shy.
All right. There you go. Thanks for calling. All right. Talk to you later.
All right. Thanks.
Some people make it happen. Some people watch it happen. Some people don't know what happened. Some people just wake up and be like, what the hell just happened? You're witnessing something right here. Okay. Christine, I see your big question over there. Call in. Let's talk about it. Let other people hear it also. I want to hear your voice. I want to hear your spirit. That's what I'm good at, like really talking to people and pulling out that greatness inside of them. Helping them get that package, get the purpose together, assignment together, package it. And that's what we're going to be doing at the event also. So if you haven't yet, and Angel, if you're still there and you hear me, if you could put that website up for me again, I appreciate that. That's that womensbusinesslyceum.info. Just put your name, your email in there. And by next week, maybe by the middle of the week, towards the end of the week, I'm going to have the specific information, price, and everything that's going on. Remember, at this lyceum, it's a real estate and business lyceum, right? Which means I'm going to show you how to make money in real estate while you're there. We're going to go out on a bus tour around to the properties let you do inspections. So, okay, with that being said, you're going to have at least $1,000 for that separately. Because the way that it works with the city properties here is that when you find a property that you want, you have to put down $1,000. They're going to actually bill that on your credit card. And what I'm going to attempt to do is actually program and make sure that thank you, Angela. Thank you, Angel. What I'm going to do is I'm going to time the Lyceum right around the time that, thank you, Cornelia, I see you too, right around the time that the sale is actually going on. So right there on the spot, you'll be able to go into the live auction and bid online. Bring your laptops too. This is something for learning. I'm going to have so much materials for you to take back home and implement. And, even on the real estate side, make some phone calls to sellers right there. I get you good at negotiating. Just do the same things that I do. You'll be fine. All right. So, yeah. Call in. Who's next? 313-367-2978. Feel free to call in. Question about the Lyceum, about the business. Do you have a gift that you would like to share? That you would like to extend yourself and maybe possibly end up on my payroll, coming around the country, doing seminars with me? If you do, call me now, 313-367-2978. 313-367-2978. I'm going to put it back up. Could somebody type that number for me? Angel, could you type it for me? Or Cornelia, could you type it for me? 313-367-2978. Come on, let's get this thing going. Come on, ladies. You want something different? I'm just telling you to pick up the phone. I'm going to give you a plan. Alrighty then. What time is it? 11:15? I'm going to give this exactly 4 more minutes. At 11:20, I'm shutting it down, okay? I'm going to shut it down. So, Christine, are you going to call in? I need you to call in, Christine, and tell me what your question is. Thank you, Angel. Thank you, Cornelia. I wish you could call in, Cornelia. I love that accent. I like to hear that accent. The London accent. All right. Can you call me now? All right. Yeah, I'm open line right now. Good question on business. You have something you want to sell. It's a question about real estate. You're losing a house. Want to get into business? I'm great at advertising. I'm great at writing copy. Maybe you're in an MLM, and I can show you how to separate yourself from the crowd by effective advertising and copywriting and taking you and not the product and making you the brand, because people will buy from you first. It doesn't matter what your product is. And as you may know, a lot of the guys jump around from different things to different things because they built themselves up first. They built themselves up. They built their name up. They actually have an LLC behind it, which they may or may not be telling you. All right. So there's a lot of different things. Open mic right now. Open mic to flip your life. Who else wants to flip their life? Notice the suit getting a little tight since I've been pumping weights. The jacket starting to fill out. Right? Anyway. Let's go, ladies. Come on. I don't want no guys calling. I want some ladies to call. Everybody's shy. Okay. Everybody's shy. All right. Well, here we go. I got about 2 minutes. Like I said, 313-367-2978. I got a quick question for you then. Maybe you call in on this. How does God talk to you? How does God talk to you? Just interested, just curious. Because I hear so many people tell me that God is speaking to me. He speaks to us. He does speak to us. How does God talk to you? That's what I wanted to know. How do you know And then what do? Do you follow that word, that voice? Because I remember one time I would never follow the voice. Never follow the voice. And every time I went off and veered off, things that I didn't want to happen would happen. So I've just learned pretty much to keep my purpose prayer going and stay in alignment, stay in source, direct connection with source. I think when we jump out of that, it just really causes us to go in a different direction. So we're winding this down. My mouth is dry. My stomach is growling because honestly, I didn't even have anything to eat yet. And I don't even have any shoes on. So for those reasons, you know what's coming, right? Mark Cuban, Mr. Wonderful, Damon John, Shark Tank, right? A little bit thirsty, a little bit hungry. And for those reasons, guys, ladies, gentlemen, I'm out. And before I'm out, I'm going to say this thing. I'm truly interested in changing the world. I'm looking for people who are looking for me. I'm truly interested in changing the world, being a beacon of light, a beacon of hope, a beacon of change. I have a dream just like Martin Luther King had a dream. You have a dream just like Martin Luther King has a dream. And I'm challenging you to tap into your damn dreams. I'm challenging you to go back to that point in life before life got in the way, or before you decided to vicariously live your life through someone else. I'm challenging you to let's go back to that time. Let's put that plan together. Let's make it work. I'm challenging you to be the greatest person that you can be. I'm challenging you to walk into your calling, your purpose, and your assignment. I'm challenging you. Who's got in your face and challenge you? I want you to be great. I want you to tell your story on my seminar stage. I want you to be in my books. I want you to be a blessing to other people, to other women who are going through the same thing. That's why you must tell your story. Because everybody only going to see when you make it through. When you get through, they're only going to know the glory. They're not going to know the story. Let's reverse it right now. Let them know the story, and then let's walk into that glory. Let's go from a black sheep. Let's go from a black sheep to a black lion that roars in the jungle. You can do this. I believe in you. You got this. You got this. You got this. And if nobody else believes in me, I do. Because I've seen what somebody can do. I've seen what somebody can do when all odds are against them, when everything is stacked up against them, when they should be dead, when they should be in prison. I've seen what somebody with just this much, just as a freaking faith as such as a seed of a, come on, mustard seed. I know what can happen when you get around people that believe in you, that will support your dream. I ain't talking. Nobody catching this. I ain't talking to nobody. Here's the thing that we ignore in real estate. This is what we say. We say, some will, some won't. So what? Someone's waiting. I'm looking for the women that are looking for me. I'm looking to tap into my resources. I'm looking to teach you the real estate that I know that will change your life with one flip of a property. What will a flip for $10,000 do for you right now? What will it do? Will it eliminate some bills? Will it get the car repo guy off your back? Well, that's the easiest thing in the world for me to do. I know how to find them. I know how to get them sold off. I know how to negotiate them. I know how to do it with no money down. If you're looking for that, you see, there's help out here, guys. Ladies, there's help out here. There's real people that really care. And I know some of you may have heard that or thought that, or that's what the other guy said, and you look like him. Well, I'm not him. You got to learn to trust again. You have to learn to love again. You have to learn to put yourself back out there on that pedestal where you belong. I don't care who knocked you off. I don't care who told you that you don't belong. I don't care who told you that you're not worthy. I don't care who told you that you gained too much weight. I don't care who told you that you can't have, because you can't have children that nobody else is going to want you. I'm trying to tell you that it doesn't matter if you can't get that job. What is it that is God telling you? That you need to connect with me so I can teach you how to do the business, so that I can teach you how to set up your nonprofit, so I can teach you how to get the community grant money, so that I can teach you how to be whole again, so that I can help you understand who you are, the valuable queen that you are. I can't just believe it. You have to believe it. You gotta believe it. I'm gonna create change, and I'm gonna bring a whole lot of them with me. Everyone that wants it, I'm gonna bring them with me. I'm taking responsibility for it. I don't care if nobody else does it. I don't care what nobody else says. I got you. Now, my mouth is really dry now, and I'm really hungry now. For that reason, for those reasons, I'm out. Have a great Sunday.